Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Now it's start of September, which means I'm going back to work, which means there are more important things in my life than reading. No, wait a minute, let me rephrase that. There are things that other people think are more important to do than read. So I'm going to be way busy, so I'm a bit nervous about this month, I'm not sure how it's going to go, but this is my TBR. Now straight away I want to say that I'm doing my TBR slightly differently. I'm trying some new things with my channel, and one of those things is I find a TBR to be quite restrictive. I started doing it because it was the Booktube thing, and actually I've not enjoyed it that much. So I kind of have this idea of making my TBRs more goal-oriented. So rather than these are the books I'm planning to read this month, it's like these are the books that if I read them this month, they will help me tick off my goals. I don't know. It's more of an idea, it's not necessarily something that I will stick to rigidly. One thing that I definitely know I will be reading this month, however, is Dune, because I have started this. I've started reading it as a buddy read with Ollie Bliss, who I will probably not link below, but I intend to. We're about halfway through, so we're planning to carry on reading it this month, and I think that I'm hoping by the end of September to have ticked this off the list, so definitely going to be continuing with that one anyway. Another book that I know for sure I will be reading is Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. I am taking part in Shaketube 2017, and this is the book for the first week in September. I may partake in it for future weeks, however I want to stop buying the books. I'm going to the library tomorrow to try and pick up some books for the future weeks, but it will depend on whether I can pick them up at the library and whether or not they particularly appeal to me, because when I'm back at work it's not going to be as easy for me to just find time to read something I'm not that into. So I will read Romeo and Juliet, and I may partake in other weeks as well. So the two goals which I set myself this year were to read more children's fiction and to read more non-fiction. They're going incredibly well, but I figure if I have a plan each month for something that I'm going to read, then at least that might help. So anyway, I looked at the children's books on my shelf, and there's one that I've been meaning to read for ages. I really want to read, I just never find time to. And that's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Now, this is a book that I've really wanted to read for such a long time, but I never really get around to it. Something always crops up, probably a library book. But I'm really hoping this month that I will. I think that after June, this is the book that I really want to get onto. So fingers crossed, I'll be reading this. Non-fiction I struggled with a bit more. I think I'm in a bit of a reading slump at the minute. Like I spend too much time watching Booktube videos and not enough time actually booking it up and reading. So that might figure itself out when I'm back at work, because I don't have time to watch the videos. But I didn't want to pick a non-fiction book. I only had a couple on the shelf and I looked at them and thought, I don't want to read them. I don't want to. But I've chosen one with the idea that I will try to read, even if it's just a chapter or two. And that is Half the Sky, How to Change the World by some people. Nicholas D. Kristof and Cheryl Riordan. I don't know. This book was introduced to me through the Our Shared Shelf Goodreads group, which is run by Emma Watson, and it talks about feminist issues. So it is something that's close to my heart, but it is a whopper of a book that looks really daunting. So I think my plan is to divide it up and try to just read, you know, a chapter here and a chapter there rather than read the book in one go. So these books are not my TBR for September. These books are ideas that I would like to read in September to meet my goals. If you've read any of them, let me know. If you think I should steer clear of them, or you have any ideas to get me out of this reading slump, let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.